Welcome everyone to What's Happening in Crypto, exploring all of the latest from the crypto world and beyond. Bitcoin up 9% in the last 24 hours, most altcoins hitting double-digit gains, at least in terms of USD valuations. The real question that we have to ask when we see all of these green candles, is this the hopium that we have so desperately been seeking for? Come on, internet man, get it in there. Tell me the good news. By the way, give the gift of security this holiday season. 30% off on Ledger Nano S. Link down below. Great chance to pick up one if you missed that Black Friday sale. Make a great Christmas present. Or if you don't have one, take your security seriously, guys. Now, on these green days, it is always nice to see movements going up. Of course, it kind of, you need to gloss over the fact that we're still down like, 80 or 90% on most assets. But outside of that, green is nice. I like that, Keller. No, seriously, we have seen some good technical indicators signaling that we are moving in the right direction. For example, we closed today above the 12-day exponential moving average. We did see a bullish crossover on the 4-hour exponential moving average as well. So there are those nice indicators to watch for, but at the same time, this may only be a temporary bounce or a bull trap. The volume is still very low overall. I mean, it is way, way better than late October. Like, that was dismally bad volume. But the volume that we're seeing currently is nothing compared to the later months of last year, for example, or earlier this year. But it is a nice divergence from the volume that we have been seeing in the past couple of months. What I really, really want to see here is a sustained break above resistance to actually get up there, stay above it, and start to build back up to where we have lows that are higher than the previous lows, and we can start actually moving towards that situation of rebuilding the crypto markets, if you will. I'm not saying that this is going to be one of those situations where, hey, just with a few positive indicators, we're going straight to the moon, guys. It'd be nice if that was the case, of course. Well, I'm not even sure that'd be so nice. It's these bubbles can be so catastrophic, even though, of course, you do get a great chance to take great profits along the way. But I would not be surprised also to see a bit of sideways action happening for the next couple of months, at least until a big catalyst like BACT happens, for example. Now, the really curious thing about what happened today is that the traditional markets all stumbled and the crypto markets went up. The Dow fell by 508 points. The S&P 500 lost around 2%, retreating to its lowest level of the year. The Nasdaq joined the Dow and the S&P 500, entering into negative territory for 2018. All three of these indexes have plunged around 8% in the month of December. Now that's super interesting. In general, it has seemed that the crypto markets have been following the more traditional markets. If we can actually see, again, sustained movement in the crypto markets, let's actually get above resistance and stay there for some time, right? Let's start to build new higher lows, so to speak, and actually move forward in that direction. This would actually give me some kind of confidence that we are actually starting to see some kind of a divergence. A one-day breakaway of the crypto markets going up and the stock markets going down, that's kind of fun to see, but it doesn't really say that this is going to be the new trend of the future. We need a lot more indicators, a lot more time, a lot more movements to make any kind of confirmations about what's actually happening in terms of how these two markets relate to one another. But it is super interesting nevertheless. Will we get down to a lower low for Bitcoin? Time will tell. I mean, there are so many people who are just gagging to buy Bitcoin under $3,000 that it makes it actually hard to get it under $3,000 because anytime it gets close, buyers come in and gobble up that cheap Bitcoin. Something to keep in mind. And I know we talked about capitulation on the channel the other day, but capitulation may be very, very different this time around compared to previous times of crypto market capitulation where everything disappears and many players get simply washed out and all these things. And yeah, some ICOs are going to get washed out, but that's the startup business. Remember, 90% of startups fail. So to see ICOs failing because of financial mismanagement in the current market situation, not surprised at all. But capitulation this time may be a much shorter event. And that would be really fundamentally different from what we've seen previously with Bitcoin bear markets. And you always have to consider that previous history does not indicate what's going to happen in the future. It just gives you some kind of lessons that you can learn based on where we have been in the past and think, well, are we in a similar situation that may repeat moving forward in the future? But certainly there are a lot of people who continue to be incredibly bullish on the future of cryptocurrencies. Where is it going tomorrow? Well, that is a hard thing to say without a doubt. Where is it going to go in a week, a month? I know for certain though, well, for certain in my opinion, I suppose, no one really knows what's going to happen in the future, but I feel very, very confident that the future of cryptocurrencies are going to be massive. Although I really like this prediction from the CEO of Circle. He said that in 3 years, Bitcoin is going to be worth, wait for it, more than it's worth today. That is a prediction I can get behind right there. Look at that. That is like totally accurate. Assuming, of course, that, it all doesn't just fall to pieces, but I don't think it's going to. I look at everything that's happening in the crypto markets. I just think we are in an industry that is in such a nascent phase. The CEO of BitPay saying that he sees mass adoption happening in about 3 to 5 years. Can you just imagine, if you're watching this video right now, we are in an industry that hasn't hit mass adoption yet. If you could go back to 1990 and somebody said, hey, there's this company, Microsoft, out there, they do computers, knowing what you know now, would you invest in that? Of course you would. You'd sell everything to invest in a company like that back then. What we're offered with now in the crypto industry is a similar investment opportunity, because when mass adoption does happen, it's going to be massive. The demand for Bitcoin, the demand for a lot of the top cryptocurrencies that we see, the top blockchains are going to be used massively. There will be strong demand for all of these digital assets. And just like with the internet back in the 90s, there were people who said it's never going to be useful. All the companies that are building stuff for the internet or for computers, all going to go to zero, totally worthless. Anytime their stocks go down a little bit, they say, see, look, I told you it was all crap and it's all going to die. These voices have always been there. But the people who are out there building, who are adding value, who see the future, who are trying to look around the corner and say, hey, what's coming next? These are the people that have always done very well. Also, fun side note, the dudes over at Blockstream have launched some satellites into space, and they're now broadcasting the entire Bitcoin network via satellite to a large portion of the world, which is pretty awesome. Hopefully we'll see some more satellites get up there and we'll have full global coverage for the Bitcoin network. With crypto investing, patience is what is needed. For all the people who bought at really, really high prices, there will come a day when you will be relieved of that. I mean, it's tough in short term for your liquidity, but I honestly feel that we are going to see much higher highs than we have previously had moving forward in the crypto markets. The only question is, how patient can you be? This is one of the keys of investing, is patience. Patience. Anyway, just my 2 Satoshis on what is happening in the crypto markets right now. And of course, as always, trying to take that long-term picture. I would love to know your thoughts on what is happening in the crypto markets down below in the comments section. You guys are super awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come over here and watch this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. And if you want to know when I put a new video out, hit the notification bell down below. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.